Don't run from nothing, though. Bet you so. I got what they waiting for. Ah, I would really love to just play some music for something like this. I figured I would see what a dash cam looks like, and it's not being stored on my phone. I only got so much data, all these cell phone companies, they say unlimited data. They really don't mean that. They only give you so much. But I don't care. Um, I I have to start heading back. I am way on the coast of Washington. I'm gonna bypass Seattle. I was gonna go see Seattle, but I mean, what for? Really, really. All these big cities are the same. Seattle ain't even really a big city. It's full of people trying to step on each other to get what they want. Only place I've had a problem thus far is in Colorado Springs. And I swear that made me want to break out the guns again. Interesting fact. In this country, Jim Crow, or not Jim Crow, what the fuck am I talking about? NRA supported gun regulation when as where the Black Panther Party was involved. They want you to have your rights, just not if you're black. They want you to be able to defend yourself, just not if you're black. Strange, huh? Yeah, it turns out enforcement of the law has more to do with whether a law is a law or not. Uh, Whereas a black American rarely is able to stand in a courtroom and say that they were defending themselves. A white American can do it any day of the week. Just letting my car warm up a little bit before I put it on the interstate. Give myself a couple of minutes. So I'm going live on multiple platforms right now, just to see how this is going to work. So I'm trying to run my Google Maps at the same time. And Google Maps tripped me out yesterday. It literally tried to take me, I don't know, 18 minutes out of the way just to make a U-turn. But all of these highways up here are crazy, especially on the coast. I'm talking about 55 miles an hour and hairpin turns. And you make a mistake, you're going right off into the ocean. But they're all 2 lane, except for this one behind me. I think this one behind me is a 4 lane. But other than that, it's all 2 lanes. I would really love to put the music on. Normally, when I get ready to drive, I just put the music on, let it go, see how it do. But I know for a fact that Socialist Tube and fucking Communist Book, which are two of the platforms that I'm broadcasting on, will probably cut me off. The other one, I'm broadcasting live on LinkedIn. I don't think they'll cut me off, but I don't know how socialist they've become. You know, this is one of the reasons I got out of the IT field. The whole IT world is straight up socialist, or something to that effect. Uh, I am still waiting for my car to warm up. Once my car warms up, we'll get going. I want to show you all this drive. This is literally one of the most beautiful states I've been in. Green everywhere. I haven't had any interactions with the cops yet, but then again, I haven't had any interactions with any cops since I've been on this trip, except in Colorado. Now, what I mean by interactions is being pulled out of my car and handcuffed and thrown on the ground. That's what I consider a police interaction. When I'm just recording cops, it's not an interaction. When I'm just recording judges or city officials, that's not an interaction. 9 times out of 10, they're just curious. As long as you got a camera that they can't see, they don't even know. But when you're recording for self-defense against these police, that's when that's when you have an interaction, because that's when they don't like it. They don't like you being able to defend yourself. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn this off for a minute. While I'm talking, I am so tired of, I don't even know what the word for it is. I don't think there is a word for it. I mean, it's beyond ludicrousness, but it has nothing to do with intelligence. It has everything to do with programming, indoctrination. The whole country's got it. 78% of all cops out there are dirty as hell. But they don't care. Nobody cares. Everybody believes they're heroes. Everybody believes they're heroes. And because when they're heroes and they show up at your house and they run in and rob you, you'll go into a state of denial. Like, check it out. I never, ever, ever thought a bad thing about a fireman until I found out what they're doing in Philly. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but did you know that when you have a fire in your home in Philly and the firemen show up, they will walk into your house, not even go to the room where the fire is. They'll go into another room and they'll rob you blind. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm gonna roll down the window a little bit. So anyway, this is what I'm blanking my screen for in case y'all want to know. I'm just ranting while my car warms up. I'm about to show y'all this trip as I drive down the road. You watch if you want to. You don't have to watch. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be ranting because I can't play music because I'll get cut off. But this is for no particular reason other than to test the system, test what I got set up. I woke up this morning feeling good. I'm not right by the ocean anymore, but I gotta head back. My friend Andy just got out of prison. Happens to be a white boy. Was unlawfully arrested, unlawfully incarcerated. I gotta get back and see him before he goes crazy and leaves the country. Is that actually crazy in today's day and age, though? Is it crazy? I don't know. Well, looks like we're starting to warm up a little bit. All right, time to take off. Engine's nice and warm. I'll give it a couple more minutes. I'll give it a couple more minutes. All right, y'all want to see me? Let me see. Can I turn this around while I'm in the middle of a broadcast? I can. Aha. See, I love this little thing called StreamYards that I use. It's awesome. I am switching back to my back camera because that's going to be the forward view. And I don't want to try and do it while I'm driving. There we go. Hmm. All right, let's go. Miracle Whip 2 is running like a champ, just in case anybody was wondering. Still unregistered. Just like the Miracle Whip 1. All right, let's get us up to speed. Here we go. Set the cruise control and we're off. I am going to stop in the next little town, probably where I end the broadcast, but I just had to see. 60, huh? I'm setting the cruise control again. I was a little slow. Had to catch up with traffic. But look at this drive. little bit of wobble on the camera. See, I usually record with the camera that's built in, but it's got a built-in stabilizer. I don't think that this StreamYard's app has a stabilizer built in. So y'all might see a little bit of shakiness. You know, roads everywhere just don't seem to be up to snuff. You know what I'm saying? Check that out. See that? That guy speak. Now, one thing I've noticed as I go from state to state is the rest areas, um, they're different in every state. Some of them are really nice, clean. They got bathrooms with, clean toilets and mirrors and sinks. Some of them don't. It seems that most of the rest areas here are occupied by older people in RVs. But I don't know. That Oregon and Washington, their rest areas just are not as good, I guess, as some of the other rest areas I've seen in other states, Tennessee, you know, Oregon, not Oregon, Idaho. But one of the things is that seems like there are a lot more people frequenting rest stops here in Washington than in almost any other state I've been in. Like I pulled into rest stops where the damn thing was jam packed here, but I've never done that in almost every other state I've been in. Got another speeder. See, the people that just, so in a hurry they gotta pass me, that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the cats that will follow me for like 10, 15, 20 miles on my ass and then decide to pass. Now that's kind of annoying. But whatever, it is what it is. Yeah, if I had a co-pilot, I could break out my gimbal, and this would be a whole lot more steady of a video. Yeah, I told you long ago on the road, I got what they waiting for. Don't run from nothing, though. Let your soul break his own. You was never really rooting for me anyway. When I'm back up at the top, I wanna hear you say, "Don't run from nothing, though. Let your soul break his own." Supposed to rain today. I don't know. People say that Washington is full of depressed people committing suicide because it rains all the time. I don't know. I grew up in the desert. I like the rain. I can't really tell if it's the road or if my tires are unbalanced. But it happens some places and it doesn't happen other places, which leads me to believe that it has to be the road. I told you long ago. It was never really. When I'm back up at the top, I want to hear you sing. I never understood the desire to decorate one's car with bumper stickers. It's interesting because there are several laws in almost every state that I've chosen to ignore. But then again, I have a philosophy. It's only illegal if you get caught. Like, for instance, I have an ounce of weed in this car with me. And I'm about to pass through several states, in which case it could get me a felony. In Oregon, where medical has been legalized, I technically could have gotten a misdemeanor charge for the amount of cannabis I have in this car right now. Unfortunately for them, well, I guess not really unfortunate, more fortunate for me. Uh, in Astoria, where I ended up spending the night, it turns out it's more like Amsterdam. And one of the locals told me that. Now, I don't know what it's supposed to really mean because Amsterdam, everything's legal. But I'm hoping I'm assuming that the girl I was talking to was just referring to cannabis. Now, I'm of the opinion that they should legalize all substances because the war on drugs hasn't done anything but criminalize a lot of the American population. I don't know. It's more of a big money scheme from my point of view, but that's neither here nor there. Can you imagine how much money people have stolen from the taxpayers for funding the war on drugs, war on terrorism? You know, we're always at war. For a peaceful country, we're always at war. Now we have UN coming in and declaring parts of our country international territory, i.e., we have a UN host somewhere in America right now. Well, I guess they'll let anybody do anything in this country, right? Even come in and socialize it and take it over. Whatever, it is what it is. We got better things to worry about. Like, when they're going to come after me? You know, for a accused terrorist, I've never really felt like anybody was looking after me and coming after me. I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of federal and state agencies back on the East Coast that are keeping track of my comings and goings. What I do, what I post. See, I keep passing all these little country stores. Make me want to stop and just check them out just for no reason. But I am, I don't know, less interested in the country stores and more interested in the country people. Because believe it or not, this is the country. Washington is straight up country. Just got more woods than most places I've been. Now, I'm going to be traveling through all of our northern states to get back to Philly. I took the southern route to get here. We take the northern route to get back. Montana, South Dakota, places like that. And I'm just curious what the landscape is. I haven't even looked at what local wildlife is going on here. I've been camping a couple of places in Washington already at campsites, but I never really dug deep and looked into the local wildlife. Like, they could have black bears, could have anything. When I was in Colorado, I had to camp in the car because they got a problem with wolves and coyotes. Apparently, they're starving out there in the desert, and fire don't keep them away no more. Used to when I was a kid, you wanted to camp and you wanted to keep the coyotes away, you just light a fire. No problem. Apparently, that doesn't work no more. I got that from a friend of mine. So why tempt fate? I'm really missing my music right about now, but like I said, I don't want to get a copyright strike. Well, to tell you the truth, I don't really care if I get a copyright strike. Fuck socialists too. But I do use this particular channel as a platform for my website. All my really good videos that are behind the paywall are served through YouTube. So, unlike my last channel that grew to a size that was uncomfortable for socialists, got shut down, I can't allow this one to do that. I might create another channel or two that I can just go nuts on and put up whatever I want. I don't know if any of y'all noticed, but the reason that I put my songs, the songs that I've chosen, they're not my songs. One's by Akon and the other one's by Bobby and Death Punch. But the reason I put that in my intros is specifically so YouTube can't make no money off it. Now, by the transit property, if YouTube don't make no money off it, I can't make no money off it, but who gives a fuck? That's not why these videos go up on here. These videos go up on here to enlighten and hopefully uh, inspire people to become members of the website. Once you get a membership, you got a week, month, or year-long pass to watch all my videos, all my unlisted videos. And I've got a lot of unlisted videos. And most of them are uncut. I do some editing on some videos just to make them more entertaining. I mean, come on, there is lots and lots and lots of hours of footage fucking around, or like this. You know, I know that y'all want to see the unedited, uncut versions, and that's what the paid memberships are for. But sometimes, like, I don't know, if I was sitting here watching some guy drive down the road, I don't know, it might be boring. Could be, I don't know. So I cut out the long, tedious parts, or I speed them up. I fast forward through them. Like, if this was one of the videos that wasn't live, I would probably cut out the choice parts and then fast forward everything else. Turn this 31-minute video into a 5-minute video. Let's face it, who got time these days? Who got time? There is no time. See, if you never take time, how can you ever have time? Either way, it's still our most precious commodity. So I try and save y'all some. For those of y'all who still watch these free videos, the life of an activist is hard. You know, a lot of people think, like, there are a lot of cats out there believing they're activists just because they go out and film. Going out and filming is just exercising. When you exercise your rights, you're not being an activist, you're being an American. Get over. So these cats, you know, none of these cats are going to yield, especially with an oversized load. Park and ride. There's the next stop called a park and ride. What's a park and ride doing out here? Maybe taking you into Seattle. Olympia. There are two towns that got to be right next to each other because one is 5 miles away and the other one's 6. I think I'm going to stop in Olympia. I never knew how swampy some of Washington is. It's not really swamp because it's all ocean water, sea water, I'm sure. And it's too cold for swamp. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You was never really rooting for me anyway. But I'm back up at the top. I want to hear you say. Now, I am trying to get out of Washington today because I have no freaking clue when gas is going to go up to $10 an hour here, but it's coming. $10 an hour, $10 a gallon, but it's coming. I'm going to Olympia. Let's pull into a Subway. Get me some breakfast. It's breakfast time. All right, so it says the Subway is this way. Spot it because I don't see it. See what gas prices look like here in Olympia, Washington. There's Sonic. There's O'Reilly's. Oh, there it is. Army Recruitment Center. So let's see. How do we get over? Let's try and do it this way. Batteries and bulbs. Okay. Yeah, Olympia, Washington is a pretty clean little town. Here, and Subway's right over there, and that's where I'm gonna get me some breakfast. Oh, I even get a light. Thank you. Oh, no, it's in there. Sorry. Army Career Center. Wait a minute. It was here. Oh, there it is. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. If you're just turning in, you're too late. You missed it. 40 minutes of driving down Washington. Catch y'all on the next run.